Well, Derek, he was a great man, he really was a great man. This is a colleague of Derek Brady, a man who was murdered in Northern Ireland, in Belfast, on the 12th of July. In this episode, we look at that crime. The Crimes, a Smithco original fiction podcast based around true crime podcasts. Season 2, Episode 1. Hello and welcome back to the second season of The Crimes. In today's first episode, we'll be looking at a brand new crime, the murder of Derek Brady, a man who was brutally murdered on the 12th of July in Northern Ireland, Belfast. Now we talk with a former colleague of Derek who tells us what he was like. Well, no, Derek, he was a good fella, yeah. I mean, I would just say to him, we wanted to be friends, but I wouldn't say he was the most popular fella, but he was certainly a good fella. Now, I mean, he didn't have many bad traits, is what I'd say. I mean, I'd look at him and I'd think, well, I wouldn't be friends with you. I wouldn't even sort of have a drink with you. But I would say, if you're looking for a fella who isn't corrupt and you're looking for a fella who's good, and I guess if you want to be poetical, pure of heart, you might say, you'd be picking him. So, were you shocked by his death? Yes, I know. I know what you mean. Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, he said he was going to Northern Ireland, and at the time, we were working together, and I thought, well, are you going for a holiday or what? What the hell? I didn't ask him because I didn't have an interest of that level, but I did wonder a bit. Anyway, so it turned out he was actually going up there, for he wanted to just sort of stay there for a while. He wanted to go there on his holidays, wanted to see some of the sights, but unfortunately he must have picked the wrong time because, as you say, he was found. I think he was found on the 16th. I think that was when he was found. He'd been shot, and that was just terrible news that we got there. So yes. So why exactly do you think it took so long for them to find the body? Well, I think it might have to do something with the Northern Ireland parade. The parade. Yes, around the 12th of July, so they have this parade. Okay, and what's this parade about? Well, it's the Orange Order parade. Basically, these kind of unionist Protestants, they march about in orange gear, commemorating the Netherlands king, who basically got rid of the Catholic King James. So they want to have a union with the Netherlands? No, nothing like that. No. See, he was from the Netherlands, but he was Protestant, so the English brought him in to replace James, the English king, who was Catholic. Okay, so they're celebrating the victory. So it's a very religious thing, is it? They're commemorating the religious victory. So there must be a lot of Protestants there who are celebrating it. Well, you see, that's the point now. I mean, Derek himself, he wasn't really... He was, he didn't really think of himself as either Christian. He didn't think of himself as Catholic or Protestant. He just thought of himself as Christian. So he was Christian, but he wasn't, of a particular creed. So no, actually, in Northern Ireland, there's a fierce divide there. Okay, so do you think there's any reason for it? Well, I mean, if he did anger some of them, I guess maybe they might have, but that generally doesn't happen as much now, but it might have happened. Well, we've decided to journey to Northern Ireland to see if we can interview some people there. Here is a friend that he stayed with in Northern Ireland. So you put him up, I guess you'd say. Well, no, yeah, I did know. Basically, I don't actually. I mean, I'm from here, but I don't actually own the house. I've moved actually elsewhere, but I still own it. It's actually a thing I've had in my family. So, anyway, he said to me, I'm going up to Armagh. And so I said, well, I have a house in Armagh, and the rental place is ending in 3 weeks' time. So when you're going, he said, well, I'm actually going in 5 weeks' time. I said, okay, I'll hold it off the books for you. I'll send you a key, or if we meet up, I'll give you a key. So what exactly happened? Well, I said, we'll have a little time together, and he wanted to see some of the sights, and I've already seen them, of course, but I sort of showed him about a bit, and then he wanted to go see the Orange Order parade that was going ahead that year in Belfast. Yeah. What exactly happened? When did he go? Well, no, he had been thinking of going for a while. So he said, well, I've got a hotel booked. It's okay, I won't be here for, he said he'd be there, he'd be there. The parade was on the 12th of July, so he'd be going on the 10th. He'd be going on the 10th, then staying on the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, and then he'd stay another day on the 13th. And I thought, well, okay, so obviously I didn't know that he'd passed away until obviously the news was brought back. So what did you do when he didn't come back on the 14th? Well, when he didn't come back, I thought, maybe he stayed over, but I couldn't really contact him. So I said, well, he said he was going to come back, because I needed to get this place up and running now. So I had to sort of know when he was going, and he said he was just going to go to the parade and then head back to his place in Tyrone, and the fact was, no, basically. I was a bit confused, so I said, I'm going to have to report this to the police now. So I reported to the police, and sure, they didn't do anything about it. But the next thing, they found a body, and I said, well, they told me, we found a body, and it matches the description of the fella that you reported. And I said, did you were looking for him then? And he said, no, we weren't looking for him, but we found it separately, other officers, and we brought him in, and it matched up with a missing person. So anyway, it was I myself had to identify him. So yeah, it was quite a terrible experience, really. Yes. So, what exactly do you think led to it? Well, no. Generally, it's quite peaceful. But if you offend or insult the wrong people, and if you do that regularly enough, there is a danger there. And that was the thing that I'm aware of. But I'm not sure if he was. I would call him a bit innocent at times, actually. I don't like to insult the dead, but he was a bit stupid at times, Okay, so you think that he didn't seem to realise the danger that he could be in. Yeah, generally you wouldn't really meet these kind of people, but now and again you would, if you were influential enough, you might meet the big players, but you wouldn't generally meet. But I wouldn't say no. It could be just a general, a robbery or something like that. Something along those lines. Okay, well, unfortunately, we have to leave it there. But don't worry, we'll be back in the next episode. And once again, thank you for listening to the episode. If you want other episodes of the previous series or any other sort of entertainment or facts, whatever the case may be, you can visit the YouTube channel. We've got loads there. Subscribe, view them. That would be great. And thank you again for listening. And goodbye once again.